Welcome everyone, it's time to cruise away again, and you know what that means. It's time to settle in for a full 30 minutes of the best cruise and stay holiday ideas right here in Oz.
Yes, welcome. It's Jo and Derek here once again to guide you around the biggest, the most iconic and the most desired destinations for us Aussies to go and discover. You won't believe how many different experiences and places you can fit into the stunning price tags we have.
Yes, we're off to the Arctic Circle with Holland America Line and the History Channel for some natural light shows for October in 2027. We've also got the Greek Isles, Egypt and Turkey to show you too on a stunning cruise trip, and we'll get started straight away with a cultural crossing with such a huge variety in it as well. From England to Bermuda to the tulips of Amsterdam. Buckle up, it's 22 memorable nights, flying first from Sydney over to Fort Lauderdale in the States to enjoy a 2-night stay on the South Florida coastline, a coastline that boasts 7 miles of beaches and 165 miles of canals as well.
Wow.
A lot of water.
A lot of water, and a lot of rich and famous people live out on those man-made canals. It's very cool. Like Oprah, Gloria Estefan, Ricky Martin.
Can we look over their fence?
We can do a tour which takes you out there so you can have a little nose.
That's fine by me. That's good. I'm very nosy.
Then we're cruising on the Rotterdam for 15 nights. Now, this is the new Rotterdam, okay? So she was launched in 2021. There was an old Rotterdam, itty bitty ship. No, she's pinnacle class, this one. So you're looking at the really the largest ship that Holland America Line does, which is still pretty small compared to most, but it's lovely. You have so much more space to enjoy yourself. You have so many more luxuries to indulge in, and music is front and center on Rotterdam. World-class dining, the best live music at sea, you know, really a soundtrack to the discoveries that you're going to make. They have the Rolling Stone Rock Room, where it's like stepping into the pages, they say, of Rolling Stone magazine, because you know it's rock history, live bands, you know, with your favorite tunes from all eras as well, which is wonderful. I love that. It's not just the same old music like that you would find just sitting in a bar, say on Bondi, and it's just kind of dance beats. No, your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you name it. They'll have different theme nights happening as well, which is fantastic. There's a Holland America Line app as well, which is your navigator, and it will enable you to do lots of things throughout your cruise, personalizing your experience, plan your activities, browse shore excursions, view the restaurant menus, even make your dining reservations, and you can check your account balance too. So this is really making modern cruising so much easier for many of us to manage.
Yeah, you don't have to stand up. You can just sit there and do it all from the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Talking about extra touches, Holland America Line, of course, include room delivery. It is complimentary through your cruise, which I think is a lovely, lovely touch. It's often why I don't do room service when I'm in hotels, because I look at the prices and I think, oh, okay, you know what, I'll make the effort and go down and get it. But to know it's included is just that extra cheeky little indulgence that you remind yourself, come on, we're on holiday. Take it easy, have everything laid on the way you want it.
Yeah, and they also have self-service laundries on every floor. So they think of everything for you when it comes to cruising, especially since a lot of these are tailored towards longer cruises. And being on board for, you know, over 20 nights, you're going to want that.
Well, quite aside from anything, I have to say, and this is unusual, there aren't many men like me. Don't agree now, Jo, will you? But I like to do my own ironing. So
I knew you were going to mention something about ironing.
Right.
Can you do mine as well?
Out of Fort Lauderdale, we must move on.
We're into King's Wharf, Bermuda first. Fantastic. This is where you can enjoy the Crystal Cave and head around the dockyard, you know, to learn about the history of it. But there's some wonderful shopping in Bermuda because it's tax and duty free. So we have some days at sea as we are crossing the pond, and we are heading to Falmouth in England, which is in gorgeous Cornwall, where you've got to have a proper cream tea when you're there. The scone, the jam and the cream. The Cornish have jam first, I believe.
And a pasty.
And a pasty. Yes, you've got to do a pasty. Then we're into Portsmouth. You'll find some more lovely pasties there. The Mary Rose is fascinating. Learn about the history of this ship that sank, that's all been completely restored. Gunwharf Quay as well, great for shopping. And the D-Day story. I mean, it's all about war history in Portsmouth. Then we're on into Le Havre, which is the port for Paris. You can head to Paris by shore excursion, book that with the ship on board, the explorations team. You can go and see all the hot spots in a day, by the way. The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre, and the Notre Dame. Then it's Zeebrugge, the port for Bruges, gorgeous Bruges with its gilded buildings, which are so glamorous, neoclassical buildings. Chocolate, chips and beer are the things you've got to go and enjoy in Belgium. Yeah, and then we're going to disembark in Rotterdam. We're going to have 2 nights in a hotel in fabulous Rotterdam, where you've got lots of things within proximity, and I love the design of this city as well. It's very dynamic. When you're there, you want to head to the Erasmus Bridge for sure, the Maritime Museum. And indeed, head to the bustling markets and do spot of shopping while you're there.
Those
the
buildings,
cube houses.
Those buildings are just beautiful as well, and you port right in the city as well.
Yes.
And next from Rotterdam, we take a train up to Amsterdam, of course, probably the most famous city, I would say, in Holland, the Netherlands. And it's gorgeous. You've got another stay here as well for 2 nights, and you can enjoy the wonderful canals, the flower markets, the very different nightlife, which you definitely need to see. It's definitely a different place by night than day.
It is.
It is phenomenal.
Tulips.
Enjoy the lovely food there as well. Yes. Tulips from Amsterdam.
You can see them when they're all their glory in tulip season.
Yes.
And then we're going to fly you back home to Oz after this marvellous adventure, enjoying the best of Europe in springtime. And of course, starting off there in Florida.
I know, it's a crazy one, this one.
Yeah.
We just go here, there and everywhere. It's like destination bingo on this trip. You can tick off the States. You can tick off Bermuda. You can tick off the UK, of course. And you can tick off France, and you can tick off Belgium, and you can tick off the Netherlands on this trip as well. Your flights are included, of course, the 2-night stay in Fort Lauderdale, Rotterdam and Amsterdam, and the 15-night Holland America Line cruise as well. And get this for a price tag, considering all that we're doing, all of the distance that we're jetting around to as well. Check this out. I almost didn't believe it when I first saw it. And I spoke to our product team and I said, are you sure? Because there's a lot of arrangements for our team to make on this one. Are you sure we're right on this price tag? And I checked and double checked. And remember, we do take care of all the arrangements for you. All you need to do is call us today with a deposit to secure it and lock that price in, freeze it in time. And that price has actually fallen as well. So this has got a price drop that you can take advantage of right now, which is great. So it includes the flight from Sydney over to Fort Lauderdale in the States. You've got 2 nights in a hotel there. And then you've got your 15-night cruise with Holland America Line going from the States to Bermuda, to the UK, to France and Belgium, and ending in the Netherlands in Rotterdam. And you port right in the city. You literally throw a stone and there's the city. You have a 2-night hotel stay there at the end of the cruise. Then a train transfer from Rotterdam to Amsterdam to have another 2 nights there, and that's a magical city to go and enjoy. And then of course we've included your flight back from Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam back to Sydney. Look at this price again now. I've said all of that. It's absolute madness. Here's everything you need to know, everything that's included. And if you've got any questions beyond that, all you need to do is give us a call toll free, 1300 408 765. But I have to say, of all the deals we do here at CruiseAway, I have to look at the dollar for dollar kind of value for money that you are getting here and say, what? How? How are we doing this? It's amazing. I'll tell you how we're doing it. We are booking it on behalf of a lot of people. So when you try and make the arrangements yourself for something like this, first of all, you tie yourself up in knots. You have to set up passwords and 2-factor authentications, and then you have to work with dynamic pricing that goes all over the place. Of course, we're booking on behalf of a number of people. So we do negotiate with the cruise lines, with the hotel brands, with the airlines around the world as well, and travel providers, tour providers. We do it all, and we get you a much better price tag. And you know what the magic of it is? We don't charge you an extra booking fee on top to actually provide that service. It's amazing, it really is. So call us now and take advantage of what is a bonkers price tag, 1300 408 765. And remember, it's toll free when you call us, so you can ask us any questions you like.
Yes, now something extra special for 2027 with Holland America Line. It's an exclusive journey collaboration with the History Channel for an Arctic Circle, fjords and Northern Lights discovery immersion trip, almost an expedition cruise. Now, your 3 weeks for October in 2027 flies you first from Sydney to London for a 2-night hotel stay. So great little, start to your adventure. And London is a all year round city, of course, that you can enjoy. And I love it during the changing seasons because at autumn time you walk through Hyde Park, Green Park, and you'll see all those beautiful colourful leaves, but then you've got so much history to explore, from the Houses of Parliament, Westminster, Buckingham Palace, the list goes on. Windsor Castle's not too far away either. Then you can head down to the port of Dover, and you're going to be boarding the new Staten Dam for 15, excuse me. Oh, got a bit overexcited there. 15 nights, yes. So the new Staten Dam, again, a very new ship, Pinnacle class, just added to the fleet about 7 years ago. She's wonderful. And you visited on board, didn't you, not so long ago, Derek?
She's a wonderful ship. I mean, Holland America Line, I mean, I said before, actually, for me, their byword is charming. As soon as you get on board, you feel this instant calm. There's nothing dazzling coming at you. And you talked about this before. They've kept this kind of traditional sailing aesthetic, which I think is really, really lovely.
Yeah.
It's not a long walk anywhere. The ships are beautifully configured in so much as, you know, that all the things you want to do are on particular levels. So you haven't got to keep forever going up and down and here and there. You know, generally on cruise ships, this is what happens right now. Everything either happens generally up on top, that's your outside spaces, of course, to enjoy the sun and the lounging and everything else. And somewhere through the middle, there'll be a couple of decks where you'll find all of the entertainment venues, the gathering place, the atrium, the restaurants, the shopping. So they are beautifully configured. And I love the fact with Holland America Line, particularly on New Staten Dam, where all of the entertainment venues, it's kind of like having a night out. You don't quite know. You can sort of wander along and find different kinds of entertainment, all sort of in the same area.
Yeah, it's generally, what should you say, deck 7, deck 8, midship.
Yeah.
Onwards, the theatre. So it's very easy to find your way around, like you said, which is great. And you don't get too overwhelmed on Holland America Line. That's the thing I like about it. It's the focus is on voyaging, it's on quality, it's on the finer things in life, it's on not rushing things too much. So you haven't got to rush from one activity to the next or think, oh, hang on a minute, that's happening and that's happening. It's on quality music, quality food, and just the quality experience. And also all the while giving you enrichment so you can learn about the destinations coming up. Now, because this is a collaboration with the History Channel, obviously you're going to have people brought on board who work with the History Channel to give you lectures on, you know, the Northern Lights, for example, the Arctic Circle, so the economy, ecology, all the different aspects of the places you'll be visiting. So it's very immersive. Now we're cruising out of Dover, and first up we're heading to the Netherlands, to Rotterdam, where you can, stroll along that main promenade when you're there, the boulevard, which will take you down to the shopping, and you'll see some great architecture along the way. Or if it's a bit drizzly, because we're there in October, you can do a bus tour. Then it's Ålesund in Norway, which is utterly beautiful. You can see the puffins right there. You might be lucky enough to see some lovely wildlife on Runda Island, perhaps. Head to the Atlantic Sea Park as well to see seals and penguin feeding. Then we're into Andelsä's. Now this is a lovely alpine town which nestles where the towering Romsdal Alps meet the northern end of the Romsdal Fjord. So again, that transition time, you'll still see the fjords and they're going to still be moving. Then it's Trondheim, and you can take a scenic stroll of the old town, or perhaps again a bus tour. You might want to head to the Niedre's Cathedral, it's world famous, or the Christiansand Fortress to learn a little bit about Viking history, which I find fascinating in this part of the world.
And of course, this is the part of the world that if the Northern Lights are coming out to play, these will be the regions, because we're at the far north of Norway. This is where we're crossing the Arctic Circle, and we're seeing, and I know it's a funny phrase, but we're seeing some of the biggest skies in the world, because you've got such little light pollution in this part of Norway that actually you have very extremely long days and hopefully a little bit of northern light aurora borealis activity at night time as well.
Talking of that, we actually have an overnight in the next Port Alta to give you an ample opportunity to see the phenomenon of the aurora borealis. And whilst you're in Alta, you might want to head up to a mushing camp and learn about the huskies, or even stay overnight in an igloo. You can do it because we're there overnight. I think that would be unbelievable, wouldn't it? But all the while, the potential of seeing the Northern Lights is very high. Then it's Kristiansand, and again, this is a great port for exploring Viking history, which dates back thousands and thousands of years. You've got to taste the specialty stew there, the bacalao stew. It's famous, made with tomatoes and clip fish. Then it's Bergen. This is such a beautiful city, probably my favourite in Norway. The bright, colourful houses, the wonderful coffee shops, the lovely little back streets. It's utterly charming and enchanting. And then you've got the mountains in the background, of course. Now we're going to disembark in Rotterdam and we're going to take a train to Amsterdam, where you're going to spend 2 nights in fabulous Amsterdam, which offers a huge array of attractions, from the Monet Museum to the Anne Frank House, the Rijksmuseum as well. You can enjoy a canal cruise while you're there, get out on the bikes like the Dutch and explore the city, because it's very flat and very easy to do.
Very flat, yeah.
And wander through the Jordaan neighbourhood too. Gosh, it's just amazing, Amsterdam, isn't it? It's wonderful. What a place to finish your incredible European cruise before we fly you back to Australia.
Yeah, you'll love Amsterdam as well. Go to the Diamond Museum. You'll hear bicycle bells all over the place. That's how everyone gets around. That's how I think that's how naturally they're also beautifully slim and tall, aren't they?
Yes.
In Amsterdam, because it's as flat as a pancake. It's wonderful. Ride the trams as well in that part of the world. It's very, very nice indeed. So look at your adventures here, and this is so much more than just a standard cruise, as well, as I'll explain in just a moment. This is a stunning chance to learn more, explore more, and hopefully witness the magic of those northern lights as well. We also have a price drop for this package as well. So let me show you the price drop first, and then we'll talk more about what we could be enjoying and what we will be enjoying on this holiday. Oh my word, that is a good price tag as well, considering all of the specialists that are going to be on board this cruise as well, and how much this is really an occasion. They only do it maybe once or twice a year, this collaboration with the History Channel as well, and it really adds something to an adventure cruise like this. So this stunning offer here includes the flight from Sydney over to London. You've got a 2-night hotel stay there, and then you have your Holland America Line 15-night curated cruise, as I say, in collaboration with the History Channel, to the Norwegian fjords and the iconic ports up in the Arctic Circle, drinking in Norse mythology there as well, Viking history along the way. You'll be meeting guest astronomers, historians and guest speakers on the cruise to tell the exciting tales of this fascinating region. And your cruise is full board as well. So food, wonderful activities, all this enrichment, the amazing entertainment. Local performers will come on board as well during this cruise, and there is so much more to look forward to as well. Even better, jewel in the crown here as well. At the end of this cruise, you get off the ship in Rotterdam. We've included the train transfer there up to Amsterdam, which is the city in the Netherlands to go and enjoy. And you've got 2 nights there in a hotel before we fly back. You've got deposits today to seal the deal as well. So all you need to do is to just give us a call. Here's everything that's included for you. It's an amazing opportunity. As I say, it's literally once or twice they will do these special collaboration cruises, to do it at the History Channel as well. You're going to get such a lot of knowledge from that as well, because you're learning the history and then you're living the history, if you like. You're seeing it, you're interacting with it, you're being part of it. It is spectacular. So call us now, 1300 408 765. And from that barnstormer to another, a 25-night trip now to the ancient wonders of Egypt, the Greek Isles and cultural Turkey to enjoy next September. And this time we fly you from Sydney over to Athens in Greece to come face to face with the old and new together. And we've got a 2-night hotel stay here in pretty much must be one of the most historic cities on earth, mustn't it? Really? Absolutely.
And many call it the cradle of Western civilization, but the thing is, it also has so much modernity too. You've also got, like, it's at the end of the day, it's a huge financial capital city with great shopping, luxury beyond compare, and also lots of fun nightlife. Then it's time to board the Oosterdam. We're going to be on board for 21 nights, so 3 whole weeks.
We never do a short cruise, do we? It's never 2 or 3 nights with Holland America. It's settle in to a nice long cruise. And I think that's good, Actually, you're travelling all of that way. you really do want to settle in. It does become home very quickly,
Yeah,
Jo,
it does. And the thing about Holland America Line vessels is they're well versed to longer itineraries, not just the staff and crew, but also the way the ships are set up. I've mentioned before that they have the self-service laundry, and it makes it easy for you to do the longer cruise and feel like it's a home from home without not having everything you need.
Yeah.
You know, you've got everything you need, and you've got, you've got your gym on board, your fully equipped gym and fitness classes. You might find a class you love that you can go to every week.
You can also go shopping as well and top up the wardrobe if you need to as well.
Yes.
No one complains about an extra bit of shopping on their cruise holiday. And see, that's the great thing. Holland America Line, they're such a friendly team, they're such a laid-back team as well. It's a really relaxed kind of time
It really is.
on board.
Yeah, you have formal nights, but they're optional. You don't have to get dressed to the nines. I'd say the formal nights on a Holland America Line are a little bit more low-key formal. So don't necessarily think tux and glittery sequins. Unless you want to, you absolutely can. You can go to town. But it's more about the informal luxury in Holland America Line. And the dining, and you would think of this kind of ship, it's probably set dining times, set show times. They've actually changed the way they do things. You can have dining anytime from 5:15 till 9 p.m. So you can do early or main seating. So that's the great thing. You've got the options there for main dining room. If you want to do specialty, the Pinnacle Grill is sensational. Honestly, it's so good. Here's the thing, when you're on board a ship, you have lobster night, by the way. They do it every week.
Oh.
You're not limited to one lobster. You want to have 2 lobsters, 3 lobsters, you could have 3.
And you're on for 3 weeks.
You're on for 3 weeks. You've got
a
surf
lot of
and
lobster.
turf. Yeah, it's a lot. Surf and turf night. You've also got the Baked Alaska night, which is a whole fun thing that they do, and they walk in and they sing a song. I mean, it's just all part of the cruising experience, isn't it? Movie night, outdoor screening, so you can watch a movie in the warm air. Canaletto, that's great for your dining if you love a little bit of Italian, and the dive-in outside. There's so much, and the music. We've mentioned it before, but they know how to do music. Holland America Line, trust me on this one. Now we're cruising out, of course, and heading out of Athens to Mykonos as our first port. This is utterly charming. Mykonos is famous for those white buildings against the blue Aegean Sea, and also the island of Delos nearby, which is an island of folklore and culture. Then it's Istanbul, and we've got an overnight on board in the Turkish capital. Now, I don't think a trip to Turkey is complete without heading out to do a hammam, a traditional Turkish spa experience. You could book that on board. It's like a soap massage, a scrub, and you lay on a hot tile. It is so relaxing. But you've got to head to the Grand Bazaar too. Then it's Kusadasi, and again, another chance to have a hammam when you're there. They have a great mini market right there at the port, which is like a mini Grand Bazaar. But Ephesus is a must for sure. It is fascinating. It's full of kitty cats as well that live in Ephesus. So it's ancient ruins. Then we're into Kos. We don't see this often on itineraries. It is a lovely Greek island. The islands are more relaxing and low-key than the mainland, so you might just want to honestly head to the beach because we're there in September. It will still be lovely weather in Greece, and enjoy the sunshine and the ocean. Then it's Rhodes, but this is one you definitely need to see the history in, because the Acropolis of Lindos is unbelievable, and so is the Palace of the Grand Masters of Rhodes. You've probably heard of all of these ancient architectural sites before because they're famous. Then it's Piraeus, and back in to Athens, or the port for Athens, for a little bit more sightseeing. Head on up to, of course, the Acropolis if you haven't already done it, and the museum is fascinating that supports the Acropolis, so you've got to see that too. We're into Alexandria in Egypt next, and this will give you an opportunity to potentially go and see the pyramids, I think, and you might also have time to go and see the Fort Quape Bay. Speak to the team on board about that. Haifa's next. You have an overnight on board in Haifa, Israel. Now you've got so much to see there. I mean, my goodness, the list goes on. But the Wailing Wall, the Vlad Museum, Villa de la Rosa, Temple Mount. This is a place of ancient pilgrimage and history for sure. Just utterly gorgeous. Next up, we're into Limassol in Cyprus. Now, Cyprus has 2 identities, the north and south, and has been sort of separated for some time. You can go and see the lost city when you're there. You can head on down to the Temple of Apollo, see some of the beautiful mosaics, which is thousands of years old. Then it's Antalya in Turkey, much more of a beach resort part of Turkey. So this might just be one that you want to head to the beach and again, or do some shopping in and take it easy, because you will have done a lot of sightseeing already for sure on this itinerary. We're into Rhodes for another stop, which is great. Now, the Valley of the Butterflies is absolutely beautiful, and there's also kind of a three-dimensional thing you can go and see, which kind of recreates the ancient history, which I think would be so interesting to do for sure. Next up, we are in to Kusadasi. So you have another trip to Kusadasi, which is great. Now this will give you time to go, if you've maybe been to Ephesus, to just take it easy and maybe head on up to the mountains and just do your own exploring, you know, having done the ancient history part of it. Now you're back into Piraeus, which is of course the port of Athens, where we will transfer you back to the airport and you will fly back to Australia.
I tell you what, it's a hard life, this itinerary, isn't it? I mean, just jetting around all of these gorgeous places. You think about all the history that you're drinking in as part of this, you know, the Greek Isles, Istanbul, wonderful Istanbul, incredible place to go and see. Egypt, I mean, of course you want to go into Egypt, and of course you want to see all of the big highlights there, and you can from Alexandria as well. So you can go and see the pyramids, you can go and see Tutankhamun's treasures, you can go and do all of that while you're there. It's just a trip that is absolutely full of highlights, Istanbul, Egypt, and just so much more around the Greek islands as well, and all at a nice leisurely pace as well. We've gone through it very, very quickly, but that amounts to 3 fabulous weeks of cruising, and so much more included here as well. Let me show you the price tag, because this is awesome. This is one of those real treasures of a holiday as well, actually, because when you're doing a trip like this, you kind of look on the map, don't you? Well, I'd like to go there and I'd like to go there. And this dots you around the map like you wouldn't believe. It's brilliant. So you've got included flights to and from Athens. You've got a 3-night hotel stay there before you cruise. So settle in, relax, and then get on board Holland America Line for your fabulous 3 weeks of cruising around the Greek Isles, Egypt, Turkey, overnight in Istanbul as well to go and see the Grand Bazaar and the Blue Mosque, your day in Alexandria to go and see all the stunning sights there. At the very end of the cruise, you come back into Piraeus, the port for Athens, and then we will fly back from there back home to Oz. It's an amazing offer, and I have to tell you, for the price tag we have here, you should snap it up as quickly as you can. Here's everything that's included. It really is very, very good indeed, very comprehensive. Our team are very good at thinking about all of the little details, like at the end of the cruise, transferring you from the port. And it's only a short distance away. It's only 7 or 8 kilometres from Piraeus, the port in Athens, to the city itself and the airport. But we provide the transfer there for you, just to make life as easy as it possibly can. Because listen, you just had 3 weeks of hard slog cruising. I mean, relaxing in style, having everything taken care of for you, room service included, all these beautiful places that you're not going to, they're coming to you. That's the great thing about cruising. The places come to you rather than you go to the places, and that is the true magic, because you get to come home and you go, look, I've been here and here and here and here and here.
Seriously.
It's amazing.
I mean, what adventures we have on offer for you today. Oh, I can't even imagine how amazing it's going to be when you get on board one of these experiences.
It's
so
superb. And that's today's offers. We'll be back with more tomorrow as well. Come back and see us again.
Bye.